All right, we are live.
Oh shit. Hello. Welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians podcast. I am Otto, and tonight we're joined by Jared.
What's up, guys?
What is that? The non-combatant non-believer. Oh boy. Oh boy. I missed a lot. All right. So there's next to him is Alex, the noticing caucus chair.
Been noticing. If you want to,
All right.
if you're noticing, join the noticing caucus.
I've been noticing.
Yeah, I've been noticing too. And I noticed that there's a Mr. Homegrown crypto Houthi, James Babb.
Great to be back.
No, it's great to have you guys. It's great for me to be back. I feel like I've been missing out
away,
the past 3 weeks. I got a new background. If you guys can't see, it says "Live, Laugh, Love." It's a classic Kim Jong Un,
The great leader.
Quote. Yeah, fearless.
Is
leader.
that from that? Do you remember that Kim Jong Un Facebook page? That was like a parody Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's like where that image originally came from. But dude, it was so fucking fun. I don't know if it's still around. It might be, but dude, it was so funny.
Or what was that one page, Kim Jong Un looking at things, and it was just like all the like state guided tours of him just looking at things just randomly.
Oh,
It was just like a new image every day of him just.
There was also when it was like North Korea dominoes. It was just like, or no, it was like Pyongyang dominoes or whatever.
All right, Andrew. I heard. So I was in Michigan the other week.
Yeah, how
Eric.
was that?
Eric, you're awesome. We need to have Eric on again. I want to talk.
Was
to
it
Eric.
He was
LP?
just on like 2 weeks ago.
I know. He was on to bail me out. So like,
Yeah.
I want to talk to
You
Eric.
were away for
right?
a while.
I know.
Have
But-
him on every week. Shit.
But
Anyways.
so Andrew, back to you, little skinflint. I was in Michigan, and so I thought you were still in Wisconsin. So that's why I didn't bother to message you. But apparently you were still in the state of Michigan. You moved back, according to a bunch of the cool people I was hanging out with. So, motherfucker, sign up for a Patreon back again. Everyone, sign up for a Patreon. You all of
We
you
need your
listening,
money.
sign up for Patreon.
What does this have to do
We
with
need
Michigan
your money.
and Wisconsin? I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so Andrew he's a Youper. You guys know what he's familiar?
Yeah, the Upper
Yeah,
Peninsula.
Yeah,
It's-
so Andrew, he
it's
was
the
8
best
hours
part
away.
of Michigan.
That's which is hilarious. He was 8 hours away from Grand Rapids. I was 9 hours away from Grand Rapids, and he's in the same state. So that's what's funny. It cracked me up. But yeah, so I wouldn't.
Do you realize how defenseless the UP is if Canada decides to invade it? Like, it's gone.
There's no one there.
It's so gone.
There's nothing to conquer. So according to the people I was talking to, they're like, there's nothing there.
That's
whenever
why the
someone-
Canadians would love it. It looks just like the rest of their country.
And so Andrew's from the Uper. So here's a quick thing. I don't even think Andrew knows this, but Andrew, most of the people in the LP in Michigan, the cool people, think you might be a Fed because of how like they don't believe that anyone's from there. So when they say they're from there, they think, no one lives there. We don't believe you. So Andrew, you got some proving to do to some good people. So you can start by becoming a Patreon subscriber. And if you actually are a Fed, there is a Fed level. You can join, man. There's a Fed level. So,
Painted
if you are a
Rocks
Fed-
National Seashore. Have you ever been up there?
I've heard. I've seen pictures and stuff.
It's
It looks awesome.
So cool. Incredible place.
Yeah, I only got to see Grand Rapids. So I literally like looked out on the river from my hotel room window, and that's about
It's
it.
like, oh, you only got to go to Flint. Way to go.
Some people they're like, yeah, we're making cookies and we're gonna use the water from Flint. I was like, oh, okay. That's not a good idea. But all right.
It's
I get your point.
it's like a hash brownie, only you'll be tripping from all
Is
the
there water still fucked up?
petrochemicals.
I feel like it's fixed by
Apparently.
now, right?
I don't know.
Guess
Andrew-
what? Everybody's municipal tap water is terrible. Like,
Dude, Baltimore ranks like and now apparently. So not only did Johns Hopkins spill like $3,500 or gallons. Is there? Oh, dude, it tripped me out, dude. Your dog, Jared, behind you. I thought it was like a Muppet.
they actually
Like a Muppet.
released,
He
they
does
actually
look like a
released the
Muppet.
medical waste from all the transgender surgeries into
Oh,
the
no.
water supply.
No, it's just oil. But then today it came out that there's been a leak for like the past month or whatever, several months in the bay from like raw sewage, right? Jared, you
Oof.
shared that. Who shared that in the group?
Oh, I shared it. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
In the
wow.
harbor, right?
Yeah, in the harbor. So it was oil and.
But that's not where we get our
feces.
water from. Our drinking water.
No, but that's where these dumb liberals are like, it's safe to swim.
We're gonna.
I mean, it
swim in
was until they dumped a bunch of fucking toxic
It's
waste.
never
into
been safe. It's lies. Lies.
Drinking water. I think the drinking water is really where people should be concerned. My drinking water, I'm in suburban Pennsylvania. I got some kind of like robocall and a text being like, we're going to be adding extra chlorine to the water for reasons, right? They probably got reasons in it too, right? Like, and then like you just run the sink in the bathroom and it smells like you're in the swimming pool at the gym. Like it is
that's
just,
awful.
like what the hell's going on here?
I don't know.
The
The
smell
bottled
of
tap water ain't bad. I drink that.
But wait a
shit.
minute. Hold on. Let's go back to James. Hold on. What James just said, because you know the smell of pools and stuff that it's the smell you smell of chlorine. That's just actual chlorine mixed with ammonia from urine. That's the smell.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the whole thing
So that's
is
gross.
nasty. Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
man.
nasty.
Dude,
Wait, what are you saying? That the pool smell is urine and chlorine?
Yes, chlorine does not have a smell. It only starts to smell when you mix it ammonia
That is
with
not
it.
true.
I don't think
Chlorine
that's
definitely
true,
has a
dude.
smell.
No, it's
That is-
not,
I open,
dude.
no,
All
listen,
right, look it
open
up,
up,
dude.
open up a jug of Clorox and don't pee in it, and then smell it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just saying,
It's
what you
definitely
guys
a-
associate.
Maybe the smell
What
that
you
you
associate-
are used to smelling.
No.
The
The smell that
maybe
you
in
guys
your
associate-
house
After you've
I don't
emptied
know,
your
but the rest
bladder.
of us use chlorine bleach, and
No. Look it up.
let's just say don't drink the water. That's all I'm trying to say. It's
right,
brought
well-
to you by the government. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just lazy. Usually I get water out of my fridge, but it just takes too long to come out of that little spout.
Yeah,
I-
and listen,
back to your part.
to be fair, in their defense of my local municipal water company, the fecal content is usually below acceptable limits.
I mean, yeah, I've looked at the testing. I mean, if you trust the testing, like the water's fine. But should
Just
you
a
trust
little,
it?
a
I don't
little
know.
like fecal chloroform bacteria is not going to necessarily kill you.
we might have some breaking news here.
Uh-oh. No, it's not breaking. I just looked that up actually.
Yeah,
But
Is
it
it?
is the attack is imminent in the next few days.
That's what everybody
Well,
says.
I don't know. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'll slap this in the chat here. Apparently, there's video of an attack already on Tehran.
Oh, no.
really?
Yeah. Here, it's in the bottom of the chat here, Jared.
no.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's Charlie Kirk.
So he's probably fucking busted. How many loads after reading that?
Let's just review the stuff they're fighting about. Like Trump, I heard Trump bloviating about how, we're not going to let them have a nuclear weapon and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, what they really are telling him to do is they can't have a civilian nuclear program, which Iran desperately requires. Oh, that's Tehran. Way to go. Way to. Oh, shit.
Oh, here we go. Israel, this is 50 seconds ago from Zero Hedge. Israel expects retaliation after preemptive Iran strike. Israel is now currently bombing Iran as we speak. That's it. Initial reports of explosion at Natanz and Fordo in Iran. These are the main nuclear facilities. So here we go. Here it is.
Well, listen, if Iran does do anything, it's obviously because of anti-Semitism. Okay,
Right,
let's just
clearly.
get that straight right now.
Clearly. Join the noticing caucus immediately.
There's so much anti-Semitism out there that before you know it, Iran's gonna they're gonna launch like one shitty missile like towards Israel.
Yeah.
This is fucking bullshit, man. The past 3 weeks, I've wanted to do nothing more than come on here and like talk about everything, but I've had some things that kept me away for a while. Not, but I will say I am so upset about this. I can't get over the bullshit distractions that we're going through in this government right now. Like everything with the whole Elon Musk versus Donald Trump, who then like miraculously was like, "Oh, I went too far." No, you didn't. You didn't go far enough.
Join the
Like-
Houthis with me, dude. It's time.
I do.
Like,
Dude, the Houthis are based. Like, if they wouldn't have a false religion, they'd be based. Like, that's,
yeah, they're a little into that stuff, but they all have firearms.
You've all got your own falsities.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I have.
Yeah, it's not like you guys don't have your own thing going on.
No, we have the truth. That's what we got. So, but regardless,
they've got
There's
more
truth in
firearms
everything
than your
else.
religion does.
Yeah, except for that one like Christian cult where they bring their ARs to services. Have you seen that?
no, those aren't Christians. Those are people that just
Church
making
of the
a mockery
Sword.
of.
Church
Yeah,
of the
they're
Sword
making a
in
mockery.
They're
Science.
not real
That's legit.
Christians. They don't follow
Well,
the true lineage of John the Baptist or whatever the fuck. Whatever
Andrew
they got
just
guns,
said-
dude. I don't fucking care.
He's a truthy, not a Houthi.
Well,
Yeah.
doesn't
When
the
is Andrew
Vatican
coming
have?
on the show?
Doesn't the Vatican have like an impressive arsenal and like elite guards or something like
They got the Swiss
They got,
guards,
like,
but
Secret
they're kinda
Service,
gay,
right?
so-
Swiss Guard? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but they look kind of gay, so they don't.
They got a lot of gold too, man.
Are they? Yeah, they've
buy
got some. Yeah,
buy some ammo.
their costume. They're more of like a costume
They're more of a LARP
party type of.
a little bit of
secret-
LARPing, a little bit of
Yeah.
LARPing, but anywho,
But
yeah,
them up
man.
against
So
those British guys in the tall fuzzy hats.
Oh,
yeah, well, I was hoping, honestly, I was hoping that like it wouldn't come to this with the fucking Iran thing. Like, I it's such a joke that I think every single person who isn't sucking Donald Trump's dick, like everyone from all corners of whatever political, non-political, no one wants a war. No one asked for this. Nobody. But guess who gave it to him? Donald Trump.
Well,
it's
and
just, like,
what
way
does
to
that say?
ruin.
What does it say about the people that voted for Trump?
Who cares?
Well, I
It's
think
like-
it's important to learn a lesson as we go forward. I just remember when George W. Bush was
So you're saying
was
to
the
vote for
peace
someone
candidate.
else? So you're advocating for voting, James?
No, what I'm just saying is that I remember when George Bush was the anti-war candidate, humble
all
foreign
were.
policy, no nation building. Then I remember when Obama came in and he was going to be
Right.
the peace candidate, and he was going
Guantanamo
to
closing day one.
prosecute the torturers and end and now Trump comes out and he's supposed to be the anti-war candidate that people vote for. Like, if people think they're voting for an anti-war candidate, they're freaking delusional. Okay, of
Right.
course they
I
want to
agree.
campaign on that, and then they come in and they do the bidding every freaking time.
Yeah. No, you're dead right. Like 100%. Like I'm so frustrated. Like I can't even put words to it. How frustrated I was, just because it's not like I believed anything that Donald Trump was saying. Like I never bought into it. Like, it's not even about that, because he won the presidency without, like, I didn't vote for him, but every single libertarian who did, he'd still, like, if they decided that they voted for Chase Oliver, Donald Trump still would be president. So let's not pretend that libertarians have any influence and anything on this.
Well,
Hey,
Angela
look,
McArdle might
Alex
argue
can
with
speak
you.
for his vote. Huh?
According to Angela, she was sort of the kingmaker there. Like, it was her command of
That's
voting.
called delusion.
she got no. What she did was she got, by having him come there to our convention and speak to us, she got Ross free. And that's something his mother says. That's something he
He's now
says.
taking a little even more credit, and which I would not be taking credit for electing Donald Trump. That's for sure.
Nah.
But she
Well, she can
fancies
say that all
herself
she wants.
as a
Not true.
kingmaker and a wheeler dealer in politics, and for whatever
She
that's
doesn't
worth.
have to. All she
But-
can do is hang her hat on that one simple fact alone. And that honestly, if that's what it took to get him free,
She's
like,
still waiting
whatever.
for her position in the Trump administration. I hope she gets something good.
Well,
But
to
here, I will
play a
say
little statist advocate, I guess here.
Ooh, all right, Kyle. Let's
I
get
mean,
into
if
it.
you were to compare Trump's first presidency and then what you got with Biden and then what you expected with Kamala, you would have thought, like, okay, yeah, we're not completely dismantling the military-industrial complex, but at least under Trump, it didn't seem like he didn't really start any new wars, right? He continued a lot of the old ones, of course.
Mhm.
But
Like-
that started new wars thing. That I always thought that was a weak claim from the get-go, because he
Such a
certainly
low bar.
participated
It's such a
in all
low
the
bar.
wars. He
Yeah,
certainly
exactly.
escalated wars.
Yep.
He did all kinds of evil shit that is definitely warmongering. There is nothing like to come up with that very selective, didn't start any new wars that like, it's so freaking weak, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, God.
I mean, I'm with you. I guess I'm just providing a little, I guess, steel manning But
Well,
I'm
I mean, if you
struggling.
said like, "Hey, do you want to have another round of Biden / Kamala and
Yeah.
whoever was like controlling those people, or do you want to go back to the have
That's what I'm
another
saying.
a duplicate of the first Trump thing, right?"
Yeah.
The problem is we're on sort of like a logarithmic scale of tyranny, where every regime builds on the tyranny of the last one, right? So it just it multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. Now, of course, a Kamala regime would be filled with equally unspeakable horrors. This is not a question, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, whatever they're gonna do is going to be work. Whatever they do in 4 years from now is going to make this look like the good old days.
Right. Yes. Bingo. Like, for real. This is what we're dealing with. Oh, Bob Barker would not be happy with that. But yeah. So,
some libertarians, like, of course, like, even if you voted, right, the odds of you affecting the outcome are basically statistically zero, right?
I got Ross out. My one vote got Ross out.
But you know what? When you have
my friend.
When you have a following, maybe a little bigger than punk rock libertarians, say like a Tom Woods, or Angela McArdle, or Massey, or Dave
Smith.
Unleash the Cops.
Smith. How do you not remember Smith?
It's a hard last name to remember.
I think he was thinking of a nice middle name for him.
It's a very distinctive last name.
Right. So, you know, if you command a following, like, eventually maybe you do have something to do with helping somebody get elected. You know, like, that's a lot of burden if you actually have that kind of power.
How many votes did Trump win by?
I mean, first of all, who even knows who's counting the votes?
But I mean, it's a paradoxical question, because, like, it's like, you know, when you have like how many, like, which inch of 100 inches do you count getting from like point A to point B, right? Like, each inch is important, because if you don't have one of the inches, it's 99, right? I mean, like, I don't know. These sorts of arguments are kind of silly, but
3 inches works for me.
Right. So you need to collectivize a bunch
need at
of
least
the inches
6
together.
inches.
I heard that. Oops.
I mean, I think that's a fair point, though. I think if you have a platform, I mean, could you say that Joe Rogan helped Trump get elected and may have been one of the deciding factors?
Did he endorse him?
Well, no, I don't know that
Paul did.
I don't know that he endorsed him, but he did. And I'm not blaming Joe Rogan, but he did platform him, right? He did. Like, did Trump's appearance on the show help get him elected?
Well, I think that's a little bit different than
an endorsement.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to blame or
a journalist's job is to interview these people,
right
to come out and endorse like Rand Paul or Dave Smith. That's different.
Yeah.
You really have two choices. You have to say, one, your influence is completely irrelevant, in which case it's dumb to participate anyway. Or two, you do have an impact, and then you're responsible for the outcome. You have to pick one of those choices, right? Like, and which one do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you
I voted to get Ross out.
If you throw your name behind somebody, then you have to stand by it, right? Or you have to at least say, like, I fucked up and I shouldn't have done that.
That's where I think these people that did these public endorsements with the big following really need to be clear about it. Instead, they're like, well, that's not what I voted for. I voted for this and I voted for that. And like Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she voted for the big, beautiful bill. And then she goes, but I didn't know that was in there. I didn't know.
Right.
Like, come on, people.
So embarrassing.
Like, you have to say, like, wow, they fooled me again. Yep, I'll try not to do that again. But nobody's saying that. They're just blamed. They're like, wow, how would I know he wasn't telling the truth? I assumed a presidential candidate was, telling me like it is. Like.
No, and there's a part of that where you can understand where people are coming from, given the options, if they're playing the whole game of voter, voting and stuff like that, which I played. I voted from our
voting
local
in self-defense.
Yeah. So like I voted for libertarians, you know, in our statewide election, but I didn't vote for any presidential
But
election.
if you vote
know.
for a libertarian candidate, I think you're safe because you're not going to have any impact on the outcome.
No, I think if you voted for Chase, that was a horrible decision. You shouldn't have done that.
Well,
he's
it sends a
freaking
public
leftist.
statement that you're in
Nah.
favor of child transitioning.
There you go. Yep. There you go. Yeah, exactly. So it's like we discussed this in. I guess we'll talk. I want to talk about this in the after hours. So I don't want to get into it now because I'm a part of the.
How can I listen to the after hours?
Huh?
How can
Tell the
one
folks
listen
how
to
they
the
can
after
hear
hours?
you talk about
yeah.
this stuff.
Well,
Alex, you're going to be on the after hours. You can hear it right here.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But
For
for
all
other
the others listening,
For all you other fools and people who don't want to listen, like Andrew, who's a fucking asshole. But other people who want to listen, like good people, like Brandon Bassler, because he's awesome. You guys can go over to our Patreon, sign up for as little as $3 a month, and you guys get not only will you get a live link to our show, which we're going to record live right after this, so you get to chime in and talk to us and engage. Not only do you get that link, you also get access to the whole back catalog of hundreds of podcasts where we tell all sorts of juicy details about our lives and how many like girls Jared's been with and all of James's embezzlement,
Just
that he's been doing.
What are you talking? Embezzlement from who?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk about it. We only talk about that in after hours.
Embezzlement?
James.
I don't even work at a company. Who am I embezzling?
I'm trying to get our first Fed level.
He's
okay.
He's not Angela.
I know. Oh, that's such bullshit. But
I mean,
anyway,
well,
she didn't embezzle anything. I'll say that. No embezzlement.
right. No, it was her. It was her boyfriend.
Nope. It wasn't him either. Services were provided. So anyway, let's go on. But yes, sign up for
somebody
Patreon.
got serviced.
You will get lots of juicy details and lots of. It's another hour of us. Who doesn't?
Well, let's just I recognize that Otto's a little bit compromised on this topic.
How am I compromised? I'm not compromised.
It's a little. You got some
How am I
Sounds like
compromised?
somebody that was compromised would say.
Compromised with what? You think I'm getting funds? You think
I think-
I am sitting in my luxury basement studio because I've been accepting bribes and shit?
I don't know, dude. That's quite a lot of rafts you got there.
Maybe
I know, right?
Angela's
Damn
gonna
it.
get you. Maybe Angela's going to get you a job as postmaster general.
Well, that sounds like a terrible job for no one should ever do. But anywho, yeah, sign up for a Patreon, please. Everyone listening, 47 of you, I demand you all sign up for a Patreon, or at least can you? How about this? If you're watching us on any, look, hold on, no, hold on. I gotta say this because this has been driving me nuts. There are several people that are watching us on Facebook right now. Stop what you're doing. X out of stupid Facebook because they don't help us at all. Go to our YouTube. Watch us from YouTube and like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. Same
Because
thing with
we
all
need
you
the money. We need the money for
Boogaloo stuff.
help get me to my next LNC meeting.
Boogaloo stuff. Yeah. You realize how
Get me to my
expensive
next
ammo
LNC
is?
meeting.
The Civil War is coming, and we don't even
30
have like a
magazine
hardened bunker.
clip in half a second.
So yeah,
Guys,
everyone
I
who's-
don't know,
go to
man.
our
I
YouTube.
think
Go to YouTube.
it's
Like, subscribe.
it's a lot happening. This is crazy. I can't believe why breaking news. I mean, we're gonna probably get drawn into another fucking war for Israel.
Well,
And
I'm
I'm
not
fucking sick of it.
I'm not.
I'm
Oh,
fucking
you said
sick
the
of
W
it.
word.
I
You
ain't
said the
doing
W
shit.
word.
Well,
Not
not
trying to
we, but our fucking country, and then the blowback and all that. We're all this.
I think
I'm
it's time
sick
for
of-
us to go to Mexico.
I'm sick and fucking tired of it. I really am, man.
Holy
And I'm
shit.
becoming double down. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna become the most anti-Semitic motherfucker the next couple months because I'm fucking sick of it. I'm
Don't do that to
fucking
Jared.
You don't
sick
have
of
to
it.
be anti.
No, this is not an attack at Jared, but I'm
Be
sick and tired.
anti-Zionist.
I'm sick
the
and tired of these
Zionists.
fucking Zionist conservatives. I'm sick and tired every time.
They're not even
fucking-
Semites.
I'm
Okay,
sick
the
of
only
these-
Semites are the Palestinians in
I'm
this
sick
stuff.
of
Everyone
these
else is from Poland.
evangelical so-called Christians that just have been going along this and been propagandized, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. All the years I've been alive, all we've been doing is fighting wars for this. I'm fucking sick of it, man. And it's like I don't know, man.
We're all
I'm
sick of it.
join the noticing caucus because I've been noticing patterns, and it's the same fucking shit with these individuals that want to just prop up this fucking state and think they have some. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm really, I don't know, man. I'm yeah, because I know we're going to get involved in some way. It's going to escalate. It's going to escalate. And this is not good. It's not good. Because, Trump's on the teat and every single person in this
Don't
administration.
register your children.
Well, see, this is where
they're
I'd
all
like
on board with this shit.
I feel like statists need to answer a question, whether you're like a minarchist or a mincom or a liberal or whatever you are. Like people that think they're going to make government work, they need to explain to me how you get past Epstein's Island, right? Yeah. Like you put a small group of people in charge of everything. How do you stop them from getting bribed, blackmailed, threatened? You already have an institution like Congress, which just the worst rise to the top.
I saw this.
Now they get they so easily will get trapped by any kind of honeypot operation with young girls or boys or drugs or whatever they're into.
Right.
So easily compromised, and then everything they do is for their masters, and then people still are like, well, we got to vote. Like, explain to me how you get past all that corruption, and then maybe I'll like to hear your good ideas about making government work.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, I just saw a video. I'll post it in the chat later. We could watch it during after hours. But it was so disgusting. A guy just filmed going through the halls of Congress, and outside of every person, like every single person, I stand with Israel. I stand with Israel. And it's the same fucking shit.
Compromise.
Like
compromise.
They are. And you know what?
Wait, they had like the sticker. They had like the sticker.
Yeah, like underneath their placard in the Capitol in their office, they have the flag.
It's like putting the lamb's blood above your door sign for AIPAC.
Even the New York mayoral debate. This is like the
let's bring that up.
God. Dude, my blood has never boiled more because it is such. Did they ask it like they're like I don't know? Do anyone have a video for it?
Yeah, I
got the docs. Yeah,
before we press play, I want you all to hear this innocuous, like it's a question. It's like it's a cute throwaway. Like, New York's so prestigious. What is the New York mayor first place he travels to? But deep down, everybody knew what that question was. Pledge allegiance or fucking die, you goy piece of shit. Like that's what that was. So you can press play on this shit. This is, I promise.
New York is always considered significant. Where would you go first? Left, right, Ms. Adams.
First visit, I would visit the Holy Land.
Mr. Cuomo?
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine, two of our greatest allies, fighting on the front lines of the global war on terror.
Mr. Mamdani.
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs.
The audacity.
Mr. Mamdani, can I just jump in? Would you visit Israel
How dare
as mayor?
I will be doing, as the mayor, I'll be standing up for Jewish New Yorkers, and I'll be meeting them wherever they are across the 5 boroughs, whether that's in their synagogues and temples or at their homes or at the subway platform, because ultimately we need to focus on delivering on their concerns.
And just yes or no, do you believe in a Jewish state of Israel?
I believe Israel has the right to exist.
Like that question just escalated so quickly.
This dude just ended his
political career. Like, where are you going? Where you travel to? I'm going to Disney World.
This dude ended his political career. I don't
know. I just saw he was leading.
I don't think so.
I saw he was leading. I think New Yorkers are fed up with this shit too.
Yeah.
As a Jewish state?
As a state with equal rights.
He won't say it has a right to exist as a Jewish state.
And his answer was no, he won't visit Israel.
I said that.
That's what he was trying to say.
No. Unlike you, I answer questions very directly.
My goal would be to take my first trip to Israel. My wife's life work in this area means a lot to our family.
I said on Twitter, I was like, I've always disagreed with the idea of stringing politicians up from lampposts. I said, but maybe it's time to start reevaluating that position,
or just stop supporting them. How about that? I checked. The one thing I thought, I was like, well, there's a lot of Jewish people in New York City. I just checked with Grok. It's about 10% of the city's Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Were they why weren't they saying I'm going to Puerto Rico?
Right.
Right.
There's probably more Puerto Ricans in the 5 boroughs.
So
Jamaicans.
Max Blumenthal,
I'm going to Thailand.
Max Blumenthal just tweeted just like a few minutes ago. He says Israel is unilaterally attacking Tehran days ahead of U.S.-Iranian nuclear talks with the obvious intention of blowing up negotiations. Israel knows it cannot eliminate Iran's nuclear program alone or even set it back for more than a few months. So it aims to ignite a regional war that draws the U.S. into direct conflict. Why is it doing this? The long answer requires a detailed I don't even know how to spell it. Treatise? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, something like that on the destabilizing and fundamentally unsustainable logic of the Zionist project. So here's a shorter explanation for its actions. Israel is a cancerous tumor on the face of humanity.
Yes.
Holy shit. Good. This is how these people, like, Israel needs to be treated this way. The
USS Liberty, 9/11, the Iraq War. I mean, it's like they wear the IDF has it on their patches. It's the Greater Israel Project. They want to expand their territory at our expense, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it because there's going to be.
That's why we're joined the Houthis. I mean, they're the only ones like really standing up to any of this stuff.
They're so scary though. I don't know if I'm so scared of them because they're so powerful.
If Jackson Hinkle can hang out with them, I'm sure punk rock libertarians would do that.
Remember that speech he gave? And like, this looks like something out of like Borat, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, that is so impressive. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then so then
he says he's a communist though, but still.
Well, speaking of communists,
that's why we need to get over there. We need to teach them the right political ideology.
Yeah, we can't let the commies take. How about this?
The commies are taking LA.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh no, the globalists are taking LA.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
They LARP as commies.
Yeah. What do you guys think about just seceding or just letting California go to Mexico? Like, say, sorry, Mexico, we should have never taken this from you back in the day. We apologize. Here are the keys.
The problem is, I think they produce like 50% of our GDP, though. That's the problem.
But well, I was thinking you take the Apple Cupertino headquarters.
And that includes like manufacturing and shit.
But you got to break off like Cupertino and make it like the Vatican, its own like city state, with its own like little army and stuff.
I think you just want to get rid of like LA and below
San Francisco.
Well, San Francisco's got to go too.
Northern California's fine. Western California's. It's really just LA. Just get rid of LA.
San Diego sucks too.
We need those marijuana.
Gorgeous city. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to be able to visit San Diego.
Oh, San Diego's heaven, dude. It's just.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to have to show a passport.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Are you guys going to the No Kings March?
Yeah, how about this?
So I haven't been paid by George Soros, so no, I'm not going. Thank you.
Oh. In America, we don't do kings.
It seems like total astroturf.
Says Mrs. Walton.
What is their actual stated agenda for this?
Sorry, I don't go to protests at the whim of some fucking piece of shit Walmart CEO. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Let's see what the message is. What's their message? What are they? They want to rise up for what?
Baby, burn.
Free healthcare? What is this about?
It's all the same garbage, dude.
They've defied our courts, deported Americans, disappeared people off the streets, attacked our civil rights, and slashed our services. The corruption has gone too far. No thrones, no crowns, no kings.
Let's look at we have a video here, a little promo video.
First of all, slashed our services. No, they didn't slash anything, as we know.
Yeah.
Nothing slash. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Maybe NPR though. Apparently that passed the House.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Every day across this country, something powerful is happening. People are rising for each other, for democracy, and for our collective freedom. We have chosen not to live in fear or let division destroy this country. We believe in something bigger than ourselves and the promise of freedom and justice for all. But now, our rights and our freedoms are under attack. We can point fingers, or we can take action. This spring, millions of us united for one of the largest peaceful protests in the history of the United States. Together, we told Trump and his billionaire administration to keep their greedy hands off our health care, our veterans' benefits, our public lands, our rights. Courage is contagious. And now we're taking to the streets again on Saturday, June 14th for No King's Day. While Trump wastes tens of millions of taxpayer dollars on a military parade for his birthday, acting like a wannabe king. People in every state have organized over 1,800 events in their communities to uphold democracy and protect our rights. People standing side by side for the future we all deserve. We don't do kings in the United States. We believe power belongs with the people.
Hold on, Paul. Okay.
What if instead of doing all this stuff, they just came out with a video that said, "Hey, this sucks. Don't pay your taxes."
Right.
Like, whoa.
No, because
Yeah,
they need,
good
their
point, Brandon.
social services paid. No, fuck this. This is
Ancon
bullshit.
slogan. It's a communist agenda.
Also, they've co-opted the Basquiat crown.
Right. This is such scumbag shit. Like the fact that you dummy pieces of crap who go to this. This is nothing but just leftist gobbledygook.
Of course it is. It's the same way they jumped on the anti-war movement during the Bush era.
Yep.
Same,
And I thought they were
thing.
sincere.
But you get these tyrannical right wingers in office, and it opens the door for this, right? You know, it's just the flip side of what we went through previously, where people on the right would have kind of the right idea about like a protest, but then would blow it. Same way, it's just the same thing, just flips around every time the logo changes.
How about Jared, pull the website up again. Let's take a look at these sponsors of this grassroots organization.
Yeah, it's so grassroots, guys. It's so spontaneous.
It's just very it's just so
Well,
let's
see. Okay, ACLU, we recognize that. Who? What others do you recognize?
Bernie.
I don't know. I looked at some of these earlier, but I didn't notice
Jewish
any.
Action.
I didn't recognize
Bernie.
any of them.
Don't frack your mother.
Catholics, the Catholic charities. What else
Black
we got?
Voters Matter.
But do you know who that is? I don't know who that is.
I mean, these are all probably Democrat PACs.
All laundering.
Right?
I think right there. I'm just saying, like, which are the ones that actually are something? You know what I mean?
Families over billionaires, federal workers against Doge.
Like
Free
these aren't
DC.
real. I'm talking about which are the real ones and which are just.
Well, they're all fraudulent.
They all
it's all
look
money
fake to
laundering.
me. Move on. That's real. Remember that?
Patriotic millionaires.
Oh, look, there's like a Black Lives Matter Upper Peninsula group here. Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew. With this group. Look at it. Look, that's the Upper Peninsula. It's got the fist.
That's
You
your
see
boys,
it?
dude. You want to sit there and shit on me, Andrew? That's
Listen,
your boys.
Yeah.
I think Black lives in the Upper Peninsula do matter. Both of them.
Patriotic millionaires. Yeah, this is so grassroots. Patriotic millionaires. Pride at work. Oh, Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood. What else we got here? Progress.
Why
Is
was
this
Planned Parenthood?
Is this that
Imagine that.
pink, whatever they're called?
Code Pink?
Code Pink. Is that
Where?
No, I don't.
This one?
Is it? I don't know.
think so. Code Pink wouldn't probably sign
Looks
on
gay.
to something as dumb as this.
Yeah. Who else we have?
Chase
Jared,
probably
there were some of
signed
your
on to this.
people's. There were some of your people's organization.
Could
if
we
I recall.
listen?
Yeah,
we need to
I
come up with
wanted
our
them
own
on already.
organization and send in a logo, right? Just to see if we can get on this list as a gag. Like, wouldn't that be funny? Like,
Working Families Power, Vote Save America. I mean,
you or like, how about like
Union
furries
Veterans
against
Council.
Trump?
that's the Louisiana.
So these are
LP.
the same people that did like the Million Women March or whatever the first time around.
So many pussy hats are going to be there.
Yeah, the pussy hat shit.
What a
All right,
joke.
so we know this is fake. Who do we know that's actually doing something that's not fake to oppose ICE?
Well, this is
oppose
no,
Trump
because
in a more meaningful way.
No, because no one's doing that. No one's doing that because you know why?
Well,
This is what leftist tactics do. Like this.
okay,
is
I know what
they're good at.
leftists do, but what about the rest of us? What are
I
libertarians?
mean, look, even these protests in LA, there are people that are actually not leftists that are out there doing shit.
Doubt it.
No, even if they are
the whole
leftists.
idea is to make them look like part of that bullshit on that website, right?
Right.
Is to take the legitimate concerns about communities getting invaded. I mean, there's some pretty heavy shit going on in California right now. They sent in the National Guard and Marines without the governor's consent. They arrested a senator. Okay, like this could be nothing. No, this could be nothing. But years from now, when they're teaching, like, well, how'd the Civil War start? And they'll list the 6 reasons. Like that could be on the list. Okay, like
in the public schools and the indoctrination camps.
This kind of it all came down to like somebody's transgender kid like didn't want to take
down to some but came down to some shit lib senator interrupting Ice Barbie's press conference at the FBI's headquarters.
This is how it goes. I mean, sending in the army to invade. And did you see Trump's tweet, or was it the DHS Barbie? Said they're going to liberate. Literally use the words liberate Los Angeles. Okay. This isn't like, oh, we're going to help distribute aid packages to your flood victims. Okay.
We're going to send you MREs. Yeah.
This is, we're coming in to conquer.
Oh, wait, we missed this. The Catholics are sponsoring this. Otto, are you part of this?
No, those aren't the real Catholics.
Oh, they're not real Catholics.
No. Those are LARPing.
No true Scotsmen.
Okay, so all right, so then you're responsible for all the Jews. You're responsible for all the Jews that are signing on to this.
I'm a non-combatant non-believer. I'm not responsible for shit.
I don't believe in this bullshit, so fuck that. These are a bunch of lefties that co-opt everything. Dude, this is what the left is. This is what we got done talking about beforehand.
How about
this is what they do. They're
this is
like parasites that suck onto every single fucking institution, organization. That's why I don't support any type of leftist bullshit in the LP, because they're subversives. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kneecap and create a limited hangout and ruin any type of reach that they could have. This is what they do. This is Saul Alinsky bullshit.
In the overflow room, I think we should discuss direct action about blocking ICE in legit ways, right? Like if the lefties are trying to take the legit opposition and make it look bad. It's up to those.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're like, oh, the lefties are doing it, so it's bad. Yet, like, what are the libertarians doing? Are the libertarians going out and stopping ICE from kidnapping people off the street?
Okay, so again, it's okay, cool.
I guess if you're a border cuck libertarian, then you wouldn't do that. No, but like real libertarians,
or you could be like this borderless cuck thing too that you guys are. Like it's the same shit. It's the same bullshit. Think about it. These people here, okay, cool. My libertarian position also has me being subjugated to leftist ideology for the rest of my life because I'm so strict with my principles. I don't care if I'm not principled. I don't care if I'm not libertarian. I don't care if I'm a mincom. I don't care. Fuck whatever this is. I don't want nothing to do with it because you know what happens? As much as they're so cool. They're smashing cop cars and ICE cars and so okay, you know what you're doing?
Burning those poor Waymo vehicles.
No. You're creating some type of left or some type of parasitic
right-wing backlash.
Who's now going to be on disability for the rest of his life because he's traumatized from scary protesters, and so he's making $8,000, $12,000 a month off of my fucking money. That's who these stupid crazy.
But I mean, what's the alternative?
Where is the alternative? I'm trying to get you to come up with the alternative. Focus on what they're doing. We acknowledge that's a bunch of.
Cool.
Yeah. Walk away and let ICE just.
I mean, what if you lived in these communities where people are just getting snatched?
Okay,
up?
Cool. Let me go out there and start fighting cops. Is that okay? Cool. I'll start shooting cops. That'll work.
That's all you've got. That's all you've got.
Oh, okay. So let me go use my platform to pretty much speak into the void of no one listening, no one caring. No, fuck that.
No, that's just punk rock libertarians.
Yeah, right. I do that plenty enough. I haven't been on the past 3 weeks, but here I am. I'm just saying, man, this whole thing, I get it. I get libertarian principles are like, yes, these borders are terrible. All government agencies are bad. Yeah, agree. But also at the same time, so is this globalist plot to completely transform this country into its own fucking cesspool of its own future slaves. Like, I'm sorry, I don't go for that. I don't care. Call it whatever you want. I don't care. These people, you broke the law. So stop saying you didn't break any law. Yes, they did. They broke a law.
They're criminals. Which law?
I just think this whole narrative of it being of like.
No victim, no crime.
I mean, the cesspool is DC. Cool. The cesspool is like having like half of the country working for the government. That's the cesspool.
Right. I agree.
It's not illegal. Yes. It's not the illegal immigrants that they actually do. I mean, not that this is good, but they pay taxes, right? They pay like a shitload of taxes.
Well,
they're technically not able to be on welfare. Yes, there are some states that allow them to.
But you know what? Just because they pay taxes doesn't mean they're not good people.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Like we all have to pay.
Exactly.
No, it's like I don't want to come off.
But that narrative is
no. But to
wrong.
like Otto's point, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to come off Dave Smith like unleash the cops, but I kind of am because it's too far gone. We cannot have this continued welfare state. We cannot have like we're on the verge of collapse, and ultimately, I think this is like.
But most of the people on the welfare are not immigrants. They're white or black Americans.
Well, yeah. I mean, we got to abolish the. Well, it goes.
What's the problems going on right now aren't created by the government.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's
All
like you can either be, and that's where. Okay, which is these libertarian LARPers where it's like, oh, I'm open border, oh, I'm a bordertarian. It's like, all right, how about we just abolish the welfare state? Because ultimately that's what it is. It's like the vast majority of these individuals, they're not escaping. They're not coming.
James and Jared will agree with that. James and Jared will agree with that. But then you get these fucking
just abolish the state.
Other libertarians
who are so
scared of their own shadow.
Yeah,
they won't say that, James. They're gonna say, "No, we just need to be more compassionate." And
that's because they're men.
You guys know diversity is our
those
strength.
aren't libertarians.
If you're
they are
statism,
they claim
the problem is.
I mean, look, you can claim to be whatever you want, but like to me, it's like a libertarian isn't like a label that you decide to adopt. It's a philosophy. Right?
Well, speaking of that,
and it's the adherent of that philosophy. If you don't adhere to that philosophy, then you're not a libertarian.
You can
still
be
I'm not a libertarian. Person. I don't care.
I'm not talking about you, Otto. I'm not saying you're not a libertarian.
I know you're not. I'm just going on.
I'm becoming less of a libertarian.
We're talking about Dave Smith. No.
I'm becoming less of a libertarian. I'll be honest.
Hey, listen, nobody has to be a libertarian. I just would ask that people be honest about it. And if they want to go out and advocate aggression and block travelers and endorse communism and communal property rights and majority rule and all of this stuff, go for it. Okay. But just please stop trying to like shoehorn this into libertarianism because it doesn't belong there.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Well, be that way. You know, whatever your reasons are, have economic reasons. Bob Murphy's trying to make economic reasons for who to let into the country. Like that's really like okay, you guys do that. Okay, libertarians are out here making an argument based on the non-aggression principle.
Yeah, what's
I think both people have aggressed. I think if you come here and you're using my tax dollars for anything, you're aggressing. If you come here and you take my tax dollars, you're aggressing.
Are you sure you want to? Can you really defend that?
I can. Yes, I can.
So
you're all aggressors. I'm in a sea of people aggressing on me, and I'm sick and tired of it. Whether you're some fucking border jumper who's using government schools and you're using hospitals and stuff like that here when you're as doctors' offices because you know they have to provide for you. You're aggressing on me. If you're some stupid cop who's going and raiding and removing people who've been here for 25 years. You're aggressing on me.
Because it increases
going to a hospital aggress on you. You kind of lost me on that one.
Well, it increases increases your health and care. Look, the insurance rates in Maryland and everywhere have been insane because so many people are driving without.
But
I'm not advocating
who's the aggressor here? Who's just explain to me the aggressor? Not that it somehow works out bad for you. Explain to me how somebody used aggression
because they're using state insurance. To then take
the
place in line.
Raise your hand if you don't use any state resources.
Well, I
drove on a highway.
Drive on the roads. Right.
So all I'm saying is, if you're a citizen,
so let's just be clear. Let's just like you can't say, well, they're receiving state benefits, therefore they're my enemy. That makes no sense.
Okay. If you're on any type of WIC and you're on any type of government assistance, then yes, you're aggressing upon me.
What if you work directly for the federal government and you actually get a check from them?
Then you're aggressing. Then you're aggressing.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
It's the same thing. So
do we know anyone?
No, you don't. So, you can make these jokes all you want, but you fucking don't. So, no, I'm just serious. You're just trying to piss me off now. So I'm sorry. these people who are these immigrants or whatever, they're coming here. And I'm sorry, if you want to get rid of someone who's from MS-13, I'm not going to shed a fucking tear for you. I'm not. I don't care what some jackboot gang rival gang member does.
These people
if a rival gang member takes
though.
you, a state-sanctioned gang member comes and takes and removes another gang member from my community. What? I'm not crying. I'm not crying tears over that shit. I'm sorry. I'm so.
Therefore, send in the Marines and liberate LA.
Here's all right. Here we go. Wait. Here we go. Here we go. Literally, we are being destroyed by Zionist forces as we speak. They're trying to completely disintegrate us as a people. And yet here we are talking about the stupid fucking border. Like I've said for the past, 10 years I've been on this podcast, the whole border thing is a trap. It's a trap to get everyone all fighting and angry and indignant and righteous anger.
And you fell right in it.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction. And you know what? I'm guilty of it right now by screaming it. As Israel is completely committing a genocide and they're trying to drag us into another war. Like, this is something that more priorities that we should be talking about instead of this stupid, the border. And there's people that are.
It's not the border. We're talking about the Marines and the National Guard being sent in to attack a city against the wishes of the governor and the mayor. I think that's somewhat of a significant historical event.
So now you care what a governor? So you're expecting governors' opinions on things? Like,
I'm just watching it from a distance, going
you're saying, but James, you're saying that
it's a bum fight. Like, I don't have any. I have no dog in that race. But
you're saying, where are the libertarians? Why aren't they standing up against this? Because it's a distraction. It's as the government's literally, this whole thing is a distraction so Donald Trump can get us all of our information in this Plantier or whatever bullshit thing that there's the spy apparatus. Like, that's all this is. This is a giant distraction. And the leftists and the globalists and all the Zionists.
It's also peaceful people getting rounded up and families and businesses destroyed. Okay.
At the same time that's going on right now, do you guys not think it's a coincidence that they're having this No Kings protest, the same within 48 hours of an Israeli strike against Iran? No, it's all coordinated. It's all there for you.
That's obvious.
It's all there. It's a distraction to keep us occupied. So
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
You really start.
It's a distraction. I'm sorry. It's a distraction, man. It's all the distraction. It's to keep people like you, principled people like you, James. Well, they're tearing apart families. Well, you know what tears apart families? Having a man. How about a man carrying the torso of his 8-year-old girl that's just been slaughtered for no reason?
Dude, why did you join the Houthis? Okay, all right. Who are you talking to?
I was like,
we can walk and chew bubble gum, though, dude. We can walk and chew. We can talk about multiple things.
You can't. No, you can't. You can't in this situation. I mean, I'm sorry. We can. But most of these people, they're dummies out there, don't. They're going to soak up this No Kings thing because the beep boop, signals are running all crossed because, Palestinians are oppressed, but Israel good, blah, blah, blah. The NPCs in the world
forget about that
bubblegum.
Yeah, I mean,
they're the ones who run this country, dude. They're the ones who vote. They're the ones going out there voting.
Remember they referenced their previous rally in the spring. They're like, it was so big. We demanded that they not touch our benefits. What was that one? Hands off.
Yeah, you see these boomers on overpasses all around here in Maryland.
It's a total nothing. It's just a fundraiser.
Yeah. Boomers.
It's just like for fundraising and for it's irrelevant. But that doesn't change the fact that there's some pretty fucked up shit going on, and it's up to libertarians to provide leadership and not succumb to the fear mongering on either side of this mess.
Well, I appreciate
and let the leftists really lead the charge. I mean, they've been leading the charge on all the campuses with all the Palestinian protests. Like, they've been leading all the charge there. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more leftists and libertarians.
Yeah, they outnumber.
We're kind of outnumbered,
but
especially on college campuses. But it's just an opportunity for libertarians to kind of lead the charge, or at least be a part of the charge. I'm not saying we should.
Tim's noticing.
I'm not advocating for any specific type of action in LA. I'm just saying criticizing people that are fighting back, I think, is wrong. Now, saying okay, are there better tactics than punching a police officer?
Yeah, I think at after hours we should talk about things like putting GPS trackers on ICE vehicles, just following around ICE employees. You're not necessarily interfering with what they're doing, but we're allowed to monitor what they're doing, right? we're allowed to share that information with those that may be hunted by them. Making sure that the people that are being hunted, have resources. There's a whole lot of things we can do.
Technology, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's just like libertarians are such a small. We're like dwindling by the day, and it's.
But that's kind of why it's important to.
Why
even what
we get co-opted by leftist agitators and
I don't get co-opted. What are you talking about?
The libertarian movement does. And then it ends up with
the party.
Like
the party
Oliver.
does, but
maybe the Libertarian Party does.
Yeah,
no, the Libertarian movement clearly does, because that's just like how you guys say. There's influencers who are not a part of the party who went nuts the first time Trump was voted in, and they went all straight like crazy people. They went crazy over.
But libertarians get co-opted by the right too, right? I mean,
right, and that's why there's libertarians who are like, no, Donald Trump's the solution, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like you get that from both sides because it's easily co-opted, because we're sick and tired of
Angela McArdle called Trump a libertarian president.
The most libertarian president, not libertarian.
She said we have a libertarian president, I think was her tweet exactly. Correct me.
Well, she might. If she said that, she was just saying it to troll people.
Which is that libertarian position Trump has? Refresh me.
I believe freeing Ross. That's it. Like nothing. Again, you'll not get me on here to defend Trump, other than like.
But did he? If he had ended the drug war to get Ross out, I'd be a little more impressed.
No, but that requires not having a whole like what. A military industrial complex, the APAC lobby, the prison industrial complex, all against you, which he has. So he's not going to do anything like that. Not saying he wants to do anything like that. I'm just saying, even if he wanted to, he couldn't do that. You can't do anything except for spend money. That's all you can do once you get in power. If not, then they'll just shoot you. They'll fucking JFK your ass. They don't like. That's how this works. And the fact is like. So I was thinking about to say, I was like, wow. A lot of people keep saying like, yeah, Trump's. Oh, how do you guys trusted Trump? He's been who he's always been. He's a spendaholic and blah blah. I said no. So I agree with that to a certain extent. But I also think that maybe I could be wrong. But I'm saying maybe this is who Trump is as reacting. Like this is his reaction. This is how he reacts to things. His reaction to things is, oh, go along with. Oh, sorry, Tim. I know I'm talking too much. So, like, my thing is Trump's reaction to this could just be like, oh, they're trying to kill me and ruin me. Sure, I'll keep spending. Sure, Israel's great. Sure, we'll keep on, increasing the military budget, because I don't want to end up being sodomized by a fucking bayonet in the streets. Like, that's what these people are against.
I think it's more than that. I think it's like, I want a military parade like that North Korean guy. Yeah. Why does he get a military parade and I don't get one?
Wait, hang on, guys.
What's up?
I was on some Q channels, and this military parade might be the thing. So all these distractions. Yeah, man. We'll talk about it in the after hours.
What about the military parade in D.C.? Now that's an opportunity for
an
after hours discussion.
The birthday parade.
Yeah. Well, it's not his birthday. It's like the 250th anniversary of the Army, or 270th or 80th, whatever. But leftists want to have Trump derangement syndrome. But
there'd be some interesting opportunities for direct action.
Yes. Well, yeah, possibly. But let's take it over to the after hours. We got a lot to talk about over there.
Yeah, let's go fight people.
Yeah, we got to
jump somebody. Let's go throw a brick at a police officer's face.
Dude, no, let's not.
How about this? I throw a raft at him.
Yeah, there you go. Make some use out of that shit.
Dude, that's going to be the Navy. Okay, you've got the Navy.
The flotilla.
Behind you,
this is the flotilla.
I'm going to give this to all the. It's so hilarious. It's so funny. The Jamaicans I work with, they're like, we don't know how to swim. And they're like, I was like, oh, so that's why Jamaicans can't make it over to the United States. Okay. The Cubans will get on that raft no matter what, but the Jamaicans won't. So, but yeah, so I have a flotilla behind me. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers.
Stream, right?
And it's we're gonna load it up and we're gonna take it to Gaza.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's like Greta.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm going to stick up for Greta too.
Yeah, isn't Greta on the Palestine tip now?
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the after hours. Yeah,
Yeah, let's blow some
okay.
load.
She did.
So let's go over to our Patreon. I believe it's the overflow room. There might have some special guests. I don't know, Jared. There might be someone that will be there. That might be in the overflow room. I don't know. You might want to. There's a certain president of maybe.
Oh.
I'm going to come to the overflow room.
Thank you, Mr. President. So yes, Crazy Joe Biden will come all in the overflow room. And so if you guys want to listen to the overflow room and our after hours podcast, sign up for our Patreon. As little as $3 a month. You get access to the back catalog episodes, and you get a link to listen in live as we're going, so you can ask questions, talk shit, make fun of me, call me fat, do whatever you guys want to do. So please go over to patreon.com/punkrocklibertarians and join a tier. We're still looking for the first Fed level one, but so one day we'll get there. But if you guys don't like using Patreon, there's other ways to donate to the show over at PRLfans.com. No one gets naked on that, unfortunately. But it might change. Who knows?
Hey,
you join a Fed level, possible. I might show a titty. So we might do this. So yeah. Sodomized in the streets, Houthi in the sheets. That's a podcast name right there.
Interesting spelling of sodomized, though.
Yeah, just go with it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. Yeah. But anyway.
Right,
yeah. We also have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. If you use the code PRL or PRL podcast, you get a 10% discount at checkout. And if you use the code PRL2 and you spend $50 or more, you get a 20% discount.
Oh, I get it.
Time.
It's Otto. Like Sato is like Otto. I knew there might have been another layer there. Anyways, go ahead.
Good cover up for your being illiterate. But anyway, so until next time, live free
or die.